Hey guys, this is Ty from Tennessee and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about opinions, some very unpopular opinions. One opinion is that riding motorcycles is just too dangerous and some people don't want any part of it. Some people have the opinion that one type of motorcycle gear is better than the other. Some people might even say that cats are better than dogs. This is a notion that should never be uttered, so stick around. Alright, unpopular opinion number one has to be this. I don't care about sports. I'm going to say it again. I do not care about sports. Sports, to me, are absolutely 100% overrated. If you guys like them, I'm all about it, whatever. But for me, I don't understand America's, especially in the South, right? I don't understand the South's fascination with college football specifically. This is unpopular, I know, but America's fascination with athletics over academics.
I am the smartest man alive!
It seems like that places hand out scholarships and grants and thises and that's to all types of people who are athletes, but there should be more of an emphasis on academics. So that's just my unpopular opinion about sports right from the start. Now, I'm not saying that athletics and academics are mutually exclusive. I think they both can coexist together just fine. I think some athletes are very, very intelligent and vice versa and that type of thing. I'm just saying it seems that the emphasis is on athletics over academics, and well, I'm just not, too entirely crazy about that notion. Anyway, to each his own with provolone, that's what I say, and if you like sports, man, you just go for it and have a good time. Me, I just don't see all the excitement about what a bunch of kids can do with the ball. So my unpopular opinion number one. All right, my second unpopular opinion, this is probably a very unpopular opinion, and this is in the subject of music, and that is that the Rolling Stones are just overrated. I know they are a cornerstone band of rock and roll and top 40 music and that type of thing, but in my opinion, their music is just way, way overrated, especially by today's standards. Now, of course, yeah, the Rolling Stones, they're iconic, right? They've got tons of great songs and they've got a great, huge catalog of different songs, but I think that's exactly what I would expect when you look at a band that has spanned decades, right? Just decades and decades. They're going to have a lot of content, they're going to have a lot of songs, and some of them are going to be good. But so I'm not saying, what I am not saying is that the Rolling Stones are bad. I don't think they're a bad band at all. I just think they're overrated, especially by today's standards, and I've really just never got into them that much. A couple of good songs I've got in my playlist, but for the most part, just really, really overrated in my opinion. So that would have to be my second unpopular opinion. All right, my next unpopular opinion is going to give you guys a little glimpse into my family. Now, my father-in-law, he retired from GM and worked for those guys for a long time. And so with my wife's family, we only buy American-made cars. Specifically, we lean towards Chevrolets. So now if you drive a Ford or some other American-made car, I'm not saying those are bad. I'm just saying our family, we typically buy GMC or Chevrolet products, and that's just a respect thing. We want to value, or we value the labor of my father-in-law, and that you know, GM was able to put food on the table, and you know, that's how we show our respect, is we only buy American-made cars. Now, I'm not here to enter the argument with you if you know, if all the money stays here in America, or if some goes overseas, or if certain pieces and parts are made elsewhere. I'm just telling you, it's just a respect thing with us. You know, when I first met my wife, I was actually driving a Nissan Altima, and so I got some sideways glances and sideways looks.
You are the worst. I hate looking at your face. I want to smash it.
But after we got married, real quickly, that changed into a different car. But so yeah, we only buy GM products, and it's just a respect thing to Winnie's dad. You know, not to mention, I really like my Silverado, and one of these days when I drive it till the wheels falls off, I'm probably going to get another Silverado. I just like my truck. So that is one of those things that we do, and sometimes that's an unpopular opinion with folks who really don't like GM products. So whatever you drive, you know, if you drive a Nissan or a Toyota or whatever the case may be, that's fine for you. But with our family, we're going to stick with GM products. And you know, the same with motorcycles. We're whenever I purchase a motorcycle, it'll be a Harley or some other American-made motorcycle. It's just the way we roll. And there's another unpopular opinion. Another unpopular opinion. Now, this is mainly unpopular in my home, because when I first brought this up, my wife looked at me like I was nuts, and still we have this conversation where she says, you know what, you're crazy, you don't know what you're talking about. And I didn't know if this was a scientific fact, but I think it just might be. And that is that asparagus make your pee stink. And I always heard that, and I didn't know if it was true or not. And I started scrolling on Facebook, doing a little bit of research and taking notes for this video. And sure enough, there's tons of videos out there about why asparagus make your pee stink. So maybe it is actually a scientific fact. And you know, one of the things that Winnie says to me is when we talk about this, she says, you know what, how would you even know? You don't even eat asparagus. Anytime I cook asparagus for you, you flick it off the plate. You won't have anything to do with it. You say it's disgusting. And you know what? She's right. She's right about that. I only eat asparagus on one occasion, and if it's prepared by one individual, and that's my buddy Joey. And I haven't had some of his asparagus in a while, but sure enough, it make your pee stink. And that's where I started noticing that for the most part, because I don't eat asparagus. So maybe it's true. Maybe that's not an unpopular opinion with you, but in my household it sure is. So asparagus make your pee stink. Unpopular opinion, what, number 4 or 5? I don't know. All right, let's have a chat about my last unpopular opinion for this video. Let's see, we've talked about motorcycles, we've talked about food, we've talked about sports, we talked about music. The last one on my list would have to be weddings, okay? Let's talk about weddings.
And then everyone said jabroni.
One of the biggest pet peeves of mine that I can possibly think of is weddings that are scheduled on a weekend, and like a Saturday or Sunday wedding. A Saturday or Sunday wedding that I'm invited to, because here's my thing. I am extremely introverted. I don't like big crowds. I don't like going to places with big crowds. And here's the thing, if you're getting married on a Saturday or Sunday, I'm not trying to be rude here, but I really don't want to go. I really don't want to go to your wedding. I've got other stuff to do. There's motorcycle rides to take. There's dogs to play with. There's naps to be taken. There's all types of things that are fun to me, and I don't want to go to your wedding. I'm not trying to be rude or mean. I'm just stating an absolute fact.
You better lock it up. You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. You lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
And here's the thing that I would prefer, that if you were going to get married on a Saturday or Sunday, the best thing that you could possibly do is elope, because people work. Monday through Friday, and we typically have 2 days off, Saturday and Sunday. And I don't want to spend one of those days around a bunch of people I don't know, doing a bunch of things I don't want to do. I would rather be at home, or have the day to myself, or have the day with my wife, or anything other than being at a wedding. So elope, make it easy on all of us. So that would have to be my last unpopular opinion for the day. All right, guys, in the comments below, let me know if there's any of these unpopular opinions that you disagree with. Whoa. And if there is another opinion that you have, maybe that I didn't mention, that you know is unpopular with others, I'd like to know about that in the comments below. So post up and let me know your thoughts. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, I appreciate your time very much. My intention was not to offend anyone, just giving my unpopular opinion about a few different topics. So like I said, just let me know yours if you would. Give me a thumbs up on this video, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, maybe consider doing that. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That would just be awesome. I hope you guys have an excellent day, and we'll talk to you again soon.